call our January 2021 meeting to order with a pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First order of business, I'm going to have appointments for 2021. All these appointments are for a period of 1 year. So Borough Manager / Treasurer would be Allison Leinbach. Chief Administrative Officer is Allison Leinbach. Borough Secretary Susan Eggert. Borough Solicitor Kozlov Staub. Borough General Engineer would be Systems Design Engineering. Borough Traffic Engineer, Traffic Planning and Design. Borough Sewer Engineer, Spot Stevens McCoy SSM Group. Appointment of a Building Code Official, State Inspection Authority, which would be Richard Golinchowski. Borough Zoning Officer, Allison Leinbach. Borough Assistant Zoning Officer, Derek Rhodes, Susan Eggert. SDE, State Inspection Authority. Appointment of Borough Local Ordinance / Code Enforcement Officer, Allison Leinbach. Appointment of Borough Assistant Local Ordinance Officer, Allison Leinbach, Susan Eggert, Derek Rhodes. SDE, State Inspection Authority. Appointment of UCC Plumbing and Mechanical Inspector, Brian Sands. Borough Sewage Enforcement Officer, SDE, Office Bank of Deposit, Visit VSIT, Tompkins, PALGIT, and Mid-Penn Bank. Borough Auditor, Barricane and Thornton, Open Records Officer, Allison Leinbach, and Floodplain Administrator, Allison Leinbach. Is there a motion to accept the appointments as presented?
Resolution 842-2021.
842.
Make a motion to adopt resolution 842-2021.
Second.
As read.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the appointments as made. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed. Motion passes. Resolution passed. Before you, you have the approval of the minutes from our Thursday, December 10th, 2020 meeting. Are there any clarifications, corrections, additions? Or could the minutes be accepted as presented?
I'll move we accept the minutes as presented.
Second. Motion's been moved and seconded to accept the minutes as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Motion passes. Treasurer's report. You'll see before you our treasurer's report on the fund account totals. You'll see cash available in general fund, $238,215.04. Total cash available in the reserve account, $76,481.96. Total cash available in fire tax fund account, $5,439.07. Total cash available in sewer fund account, $300,760.60. Total cash available in liquid fuel accounts, $270,704.80. On the back of the page of the report, you also see nothing more. Is the treasurer's report can be accepted as presented?
Second.
Motion been moved and seconded to accept the treasurer's report as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed. Motion passes. Approval and payment of the bills. Before you, you see payment of bills as of December 31st.
Yeah, you do the clear out.
I'll clear out what was left from the 10th to the 31st, and then we'll see it beyond that time. So as of December 31st, our general fund total bills is $54,073.56. You'll see bills from the sewer fund for $2,066.61. Is there any questions concerning the payment of those bills? Is there a motion to pay the bills as of December 31st as presented?
So moved.
Motion been moved and seconded to pay the bills as of December 31st. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Motion passes. We also have consolidated payment of bills reported as of January 14th. You'll see there on the general fund is $34,137.77. You'll see from the sewer fund $1,342.33. Liquid fuels fund $180.77. Is there any questions concerning the payment of bills? for the, all three funds? And, or can the, payment of bills as of January 1st through 14th be paid as presented?
Move to pay the bills as presented.
Second.
Motion been moved and seconded to pay the bills as presented. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed, motion passes. Public hearings. Ladies, are you here to present anything to council? Just like to see how government works? I don't know if we're gonna be that good of an example, but ask any questions at any time. And we'll go forth. So, engineer Todd, report.
The only thing that's on our list is, just, Mass residents, the timber harvesting has been completed. Derek has been out to the site and, took a look at the area that was disturbed and determined if it was, stabilized. It has been seeded and straws have been put down, but until grass grows.
Yeah, it's not really growing season for that grass, is there?
So it's not just running, considered stabilized until grass grows.
Yeah.
So it's no longer just ruts like it was before.
So that's something that we will keep an eye on and report if there's an issue.
Derek, did it appear the ruts were like smoothed over, or just the straw smoothed over the
It
ruts?
looked like they took care of a lot of running through where I'm assuming the drag trails were. but they-
Yeah, right, exactly. There, you could see the tractor trails and stuff when I was there.
Where I'm assuming the house will be built, they left, they strawed and seed where they could and then they left. So,
Okay.
I mean, they had like a pile of wood there.
Yeah, because there was no seed or anything like that.
Yeah, that's been done.
Yeah, I was just curious if there had been an appearance of trying to smooth over versus, covering it with straw or hay or straw. Is cheaper.
It's planned,
Oh.
Dustin was out there. Garrett was out there, sorry. After a heavy rainstorm, so it's something that the monitor after heavy rainstorm, just to make sure that the mulch and the seeds not being washed away. And then in the spring, if it's not growing, you're gonna need to contact the demand to have them go out there again and restabilize.
Anything else for discussion?
Unless anybody has any questions, in my report, that's all I have.
Any questions from council? Not, we'll move to, code enforcement. Anything, Allison?
Nothing at the moment.
For a solicitor?
We filed several fire tax liens this past month. Other than that, we didn't put no council questions.
No. Mayor, anything for your report?
Yes, our new year, 2021 began very quietly in St. Lawrence, according to Chief Seraphin of the Central Berks Police Regional Police Department. His words were pretty quiet. It reflected the limited police activity in the borough over the year-end holiday season. Other municipalities within the department service area were not quite as quiet. I won't go into that. Having a newly renewed 5-year contract with the Central Berks Regional Police provides us with continued partnership in providing enhanced quality of life for our citizens. Respectfully, your mayor.
Thank you. Yeah, just for council's information, I think I've been reading, between the lines in some of the newspaper reports that perhaps Central Berks may expand. There's other opportunities with other municipalities where they have regional policing that's dissolving, or they want other alternatives and things like that. So, we may about in on the front end.
There wasn't an advertisement for additional police.
Yeah,
Officer.
they're building a list
Mhm.
so they have a list populated for any possible expansion.
Just as an aside to what Warren had asked concerning the robbery that was just several doors away from our borough line, the chief had indicated to me that he cooperates as best he probably can with other jurisdictions, but unfortunately, unless it happens within.
Right. Yeah, right. I didn't expect that. It was more just making council aware that that happens very, very close to our border.
Yeah, just be aware, we pay sort of like a retainer fee or operations fee, and then if there's some major event, like some sort of shooting or, a armed robbery or something, they sort of go on the time and material clock, which we've agreed to. a set rate, so, we're not just a static bill. We have the potential to go up, never really to go down, but, depending.
So we've been.
So citizens arrests are very, appropriate from our findings.
As long as I've been in this position and I've been monitoring the police activity, we've never been more than 16% of the total activity for Central Berks. And there are four communities that it serves.
Yeah, I think we've always sort of held about the same number, and I think it's about the same locations that always seem to be in the reports. So, it's just the way it is,
Well, we have the smallest population.
We're probably one of the
It's
smallest
small
footprint, yeah.
road.
Our density's higher, but our roadway is short. All right. Thank you, Mayor. Budget Finance Resolution 844-2021 fee schedule for 2021.
Yeah, the only change is that we have the professional fee schedule, from, the engineer.
Do we have a copy of that?
No,
Oh.
I
because
can
there,
give you a copy. I can send you email if you want.
It's the same as last year, but with what?
it's just the new fee schedules. We're attaching the 2021 fee schedule from our professional.
Oh, okay, from our professional provider,
Yeah.
based on their new rates. I understand. So is there a motion to adopt resolution 844-2021, the new fee schedule for professional services based for year 2021?
So moved.
Motion been moved and seconded. As all those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, motion passed. Now we have certification of unpaid 2020 real estate taxes to tax claim.
And the tax collector needs to be exonerated for 8 tax bills totaling $4,036.73 in Berks County tax claim.
What was the total collected? What's the possible total collected?
It was over $200,000.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get
It was less than 2% unpaid.
I'm just trying to frame that for council. So, which I think is outstanding, based on last year, I'm almost astonished. It's that low. I don't know how you guys think. And I don't know how other municipalities, I'm just astonished. So, is that just a resolution count,
It's a motion.
motion? Is there a motion to, take the unpaid 2020 real estate taxes to tax claim?
So moved.
Second.
Motion been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, motion passes. And then certification of unpaid 2020 fire tax.
Okay, the tax collector needs to be exonerated from the collection of 8 fire tax bills totaling $388.94 to be turned over to the borough for collection.
Make a motion to turn over the unpaid 2020 fire tax bills for only $388.94 to the borough.
Would they be the same as the
Same
8?
people that didn't
It's the
pay-
same people that
same
paid the real
eight,
estate taxes,
yeah.
that paid the fire
It's all
tax.
on the same bill.
Yeah, same bill. I'm just curious. Okay, so motion made. Is there a second to that motion? Motion been moved and seconded for unpaid fire tax, be rendered over to the borough. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes.
The fire tax bills have already been created and are in the mail to the homeowners who have not paid them.
Gotcha.
What's our success rate on collection?
We collected last year, we sent 3 people, we did, lien, which was just done, so the year before, we were 99%.
I think last year I had 12 unpaid tax bills, this year it's 8.
Yeah, so we end up and down, we've had some people pay liens off. It cycles.
Yeah, many, many years ago, when there was a upgrading of the curbs along St. Louis Avenue, the borough made every property owner upgrade their curb. And we had one contractor go through to try to reduce costs for everybody, and those who did hire the contractor, the borough actually hired him to do it, and then we went, and gave them a bill, and I don't remember what our collection rate on that was, but I
We
mean,
still have one.
but we did file liens against everybody who
Yeah,
did
but-
that.
But after 5 years, you
Who is the priority of those liens?
Yeah, the liens get knocked down on the titles or whatever.
Right, they lose their priority, and you can get.
You have to refile to get back up on
You
there?
don't have to refile, there's a document, you have the name of the document sometime, but there is a way to.
To bunch it back up. What's that one still cost? Is it under a couple $100?
By now, it's from 1999 with all the interest.
I'm just curious.
He's in a nursing home situation, so.
Listen.
Eventually they sell the house, though.
Yeah. I'm still curious what the amount is.
I can email you. I
Joe,
don't
can
think
you figure out what the form is and how much it would cost to up again?
Yeah.
Once again, I'm just trying to make sure that we're consistent in how we apply these, so when irate people come, you know, or maybe executors of the state come, there's some sort of
he's the only one.
Plan.
Who's irate. He went to pay it and we told him what the interest was and then he said.
went ballistic.
He went ballistic.
Yeah, I can see. Too bad he didn't bring pennies, right?
No, I don't care. Money.
Streets and lights, anything roadmaster?
Nothing new to report, we just had crack sealing last week.
Crack sealing instead of snow plowing, right?
Yeah.
Weather's not.
We have 2 lights that need to be repaired and hopefully,
Well, yeah.
if the weather, holds next, Wednesday?
And that's getting the truck from Borough to do those?
Yeah, there's a light in Marywood.
Light and Mary one on the Man Street LED head that went out at Orchard Court, the solar light.
All right, planning commission, anything scheduled?
Waiting to hear from somebody who has a potential project.
Gotcha. Sanitary, nothing new?
They're not at the moment.
Trash and recycling, typical complaints? Things going smooth? Smooth as olive oil?
Same with mine, side.
Yeah. Recreation, anything new?
Nothing new.
Emergency management, anything new?
Nothing new.
Zoning hearing, anything?
Nope.
Municipal lands, insurance,
The claim should be being paid shortly for the intersection.
signal damage,
Uh-huh.
is that on our insurance?
It is on our insurance.
Shouldn't that be a motorist insurance, and then
Well, subrogate.
they'll subrogate that?
Most likely.
Yeah. Can you make sure of that? Would you email and answer my question?
Okay.
I'm just curious, because to me, that's a motor vehicle, but it was like hit and run, so, right?
It was
Oh, so we know who,
It was a lightning strike.
oh, yeah.
Technically, it was an explosion from that end.
It was a line from Med Ed that went down when we had straight line winds come through
Right.
that flew totally our intersection.
Well, listen, if they can hold PSE and G in California for all those wildfires, we should be able to get a signal pick.
Because that wasn't a lightning
They
strike, that
were
was
falling
13.2.
Yeah.
You were 121 circuit. Bad stuff happens.
We're looking into the state.
Yeah, if they're not gonna subrogate it, then I'm gonna suggest we have our solicitor write the nasty grant to, Med Ed requesting reimbursement.
That damage that happened up in AutoZone in the parking lot.
Yeah, I run on
Yeah, that was a hit and run, that's what I thought, you're right, that's
Yeah, yeah.
Did we ever put a barrier in there? We talked about it.
yeah,
We talked about it, but we were waiting till PennDOT was totally finished with that.
We're trying to your eyes, they were in that area.
Because they may yank that to something else.
well, no, because it's a right of way,
They would yank.
they would probably try to remove it or yell at us.
Say technically it would be illegal if it goes through the permitting process to get the whole permit reestablished and have valid around traffic.
And we were basically told they were not.
You couldn't just sit a Jersey barrier there?
Well, that might be like in the middle of the night or something. It just would grow, so, you know. Library liaison, anything new?
You skipped newsletter committee, but.
Oh, yeah, we can go back to newsletter. When's the next newsletter out?
Oh, geez, the other one.
Easter egg hunts?
Yeah.
When's Easter coming?
It's in April, and I guess what we do depends upon what the
Yeah, that's what we
government
can
decides.
have, yeah. I don't think
I got to be 6 months old.
They usually are anyway.
Is the Easter Bunny gonna mail out Easter eggs or something?
We're gonna be in line to find a new Easter bunny. I think I talked our old Easter bunny into one more time yet. And then she said she'd retiring.
Oh,
And she said,
How
I've been
big is
doing it
Brandon?
since I'm 13 and I'm 23 now, I'm done.
There you go, Derek.
Brandon is, well, he's about the right height. He's thin enough for that costume, I think. Anybody sew real well? I can extend the paws out a little bit.
So what size fits most? Honestly, so.
Is it still in good shape, the costume and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I know we've had
We'll
some,
get somebody.
I know we've had some before that they sort of deteriorate after age. You know,
And we replace them.
Yeah,
I'm out of children now to put in costumes, so.
so now we'll go back to the library liaison.
The board expressed gratitude for the contribution from St. Lawrence.
We did receive a thank you letter.
Okay, and they're still doing curbside pickup and online programming that is being well received. They finished the year in the black. The funding was down, but so was their expenses.
And that's only because they sort of adjusted personnel now. All right. Borough manager report, anything to report?
Actually, the PPP loan helped too.
Oh, I didn't realize they had that. Did they have to apply for that separately as like a nonprofit?
Yeah, just like the church did.
Borough manager report, anything?
Nothing.
Unfinished business, any unfinished business? New business resolution 843-2021, destruction of,
Just
oh, back
about
up.
the old business brief, the plaque, I know that the COVID, the memorial plaque, is there, do we have any plan as to exactly what's gonna happen with that? Because I've even gotten some more questions on it and stuff.
That is here in the borough.
Yeah, I know that.
I've been waiting direction where we'd like to place it.
And are we gonna have a ceremony and stuff and have?
Great question.
Yeah.
Ceremony would probably be more well suited around Memorial Day, wouldn't it?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, but under COVID protocol. Did we actually decide if we were gonna put it on the corner down here, or did
We
we
were gonna put it
inside?
inside in this hallway and light it so that people coming up through to vote.
Is that how you all, council members, how we were gonna do it? Because I think I don't remember all this, like, where we're gonna locate it.
Yeah, I do, I remember having discussions of having it inside.
I think having it outside is more problematic with this building, because really the only place that sounds that it could go on would be the back wall.
And I actually believe it would probably be less visible, the dark sign on the dark brick. You know, it just wouldn't
Well-
stand out like it being at the
It's
side.
that final thing.
Yeah, right.
It's protected from the weather.
It's protected from the weather. I think it's gonna be more visible to people. You'll have more traffic flow coming up.
Yeah, the only other place is if this wall doesn't work, would be the wall where we have bulletin board and the table. So we plug back and forth and it really, we haven't explored it.
Now, the family that paid for it to be reconditioned and everything, are they being kept aware of where it is?
Mr. Seacrest, I have his phone number and he understood when I talked to him last, which has been a while, that we would call him and tell him when we were proceeding with doing it, and he understood with COVID and everything that there were gonna be.
Yeah, it may not be a bad idea just to say, hey, this is where we're looking at. Memorial Day would be, that's a target, not a guarantee depending on COVID, but then we're planning on putting a wall inside, just to keep people informed.
The roadmaster, you think that can get done in the next 60 days?
Yeah, that's fine. Now the plaque itself, do you want that surrounded by anything, or you just want it bolted to the wall per se? Because I mean, on the other thing wasn't like a brick, enclosure.
The stone.
Something around it, like a frame around it.
That's fine. I can work with it.
I don't know, whatever looks good, I haven't seen it in years, so.
Yeah, well, so.
From what I've seen, I mean, I always saw the smaller plaque that was on the top. I believe. All it is just the brass
Yeah, right.
plaque, so there's really nothing around it.
Right.
Yeah, it's smaller than like 11 by 17, isn't it? Right?
Well, so there's two, there's the top plaque, which I think is the dedication one, and then there's the big plaque that has all the names on
Okay.
it. I think that one's like a 36.
Yeah, that's 11 by 7, that's bigger than 11 by 17.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can get done in 60 days. But
You think by next meeting, you can sort of have that chalked out on the wall downstairs, the
Yeah.
2 plaques? So that'll be the final, you know, ups or down at that point? And then we'll go forth and try
And the
to,
only other question you had is, do you put any sort of framing or
Say
something?
what I can do is I envision what like a frame would look like a mounted plywood and then frame out the plywood, like and then just show where it would go.
Well, yeah, I mean, something like that. It may, something that helps to have it stand out.
Yeah. That's fine.
so are you suggesting plywood and then putting like tile or something around it, or
Well, yeah,
like
whatever.
like a, you know?
Probably would be a light shining down.
Yeah.
Well, given the age of it,
They cleaned up
Nice.
really well.
a nice deep oak trim around it would, tiles, pretty modern. I'd go with a nice oak trim or something around it just to accent the hanging.
Okay, that's fine.
You mount the plywood and mount, depending on the weight of the plaque, you mount that to the plywood.
Yeah, the plywood I was assuming, or was envisioning more like a substrate, that way you could set it and then frame around it.
Mhm.
That's-
So let the minutes show, we'll probably have some sort of chalk outline of this location by the February meeting. And our intention would be to try to have it completely installed by the March meeting, and then some sort of ceremony tentatively scheduled around Memorial Day or in that time frame.
Fine with me.
Does that sound good, council?
What about putting it up here somewhere?
I'm completely up to a council with that. That's how I was
I'm just
thinking.
putting it out there.
I'm neutral, so discuss away.
Well, with more along the lines, you have POS a day, people coming
Women's
through.
club,
Women's club, there's a lot of people who go up
Yeah,
to
it'd be
second
more-
floor who don't stop in here. And,
What about the wall on the first landing over there?
well, that was where I first
Yeah.
considered having it because it's a little bit, you're not in a cave-like
Right.
experience when you walk in.
Well, actually, what I could do is I could, like, painters tape out different locations of the hallway, and next council meeting, everyone can walk through and say where they like it the best.
Have a little bow.
You could pull power off that light too.
Yeah, there's everything. everything.
Put your sticky note on the one you want. All right, so resolved, you'll have a couple, more than one location for selection next meeting. And then we'll try to get forward on the final components to install in that next time frame. Definitely to have it done prior to Memorial Day,
Yeah.
because that would be our targeted. Certainly.
That'll give you time to set up if they want, if they're allowed for a celebration or a memorial service.
If we don't have a Memorial Day, would it be easier to sort of say, hey, let's move them to like Veterans Day or something like that? Sure. You know, so if we are pretty much in consensus of that, let's move forward with that type of concept. You know, see if it doesn't appear that May is going to be a good thing, we'll try to move it to Veterans Day. How's that?
Hope by November, you'd be okay.
Well, I want to give something concrete, you know, to the people, and this way we have our out if we need it. We have our fallback position. So. Okay, now we're into resolution 843-2021, destruction of municipal records. You sent out a list of the records you wanted to destroy.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Was there any considerations or anything? Is there a motion to proceed with the list of the records to be destroyed?
Make a motion to adopt resolution 843-2021, destruction of municipal records as outlined in the email sent by the secretary.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion been moved and seconded. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Any other general comments to council or items of interest?
Yes, I gave everyone those really nice epic forms. I'll remind you every
What
month.
year did we put them?
Last year.
I think I asked every year.
Yeah, the form used to be like in triplicate, where you got to save your copy. So I asked Susan, when she takes it, to go ahead and send me an email, but if you want one, please give her direction, you know, so you know you have it.
There's now an online filing option.
You
Yeah.
don't, no. you
This is
don't
for,
want
this
to
is
do
for
that.
the borough, right?
The
Yeah.
borough is supposed to maintain a copy of all the ethics records, which are open record laws.
So you could kind of go online for the primary and stuff like that.
I have no idea, I didn't even know you could do it online, I just knew that the record has to be maintained at the municipality.
You can do it online, but it doesn't
Give you a
go,
copy.
it doesn't go to where it's supposed
Right,
to
right.
go.
Then we would be chasing it. Yeah.
So they really don't want you filing it to the state because you don't need to, it just sits in the local.
Okay,
And I have no idea what the penalty is, I've never seen anybody ever get charged. Or I've never read of someone getting charged, maybe you know, solicitor, because you have some of those other places you represent that are like wildcats.
Yes, it can happen. But usually what happens is there's another breach of the Ethics Act, that the Ethics Commission catches the person on, and it's like, by the way, they didn't file their statement of financial interest.
So a more heinous, potential crime gets brought up, and then this becomes the secondary.
Exactly, that's what usually happens.
Now everybody's got the fear of, God with them, all right?
Don't engage in conflicts of interest.
okay, back, I don't know if people saw in the paper several months ago that there was an artist, a local artist, Wrestler, I think is her last name. She did quilts, and she did a quilt for absolutely every municipality in Berks County. And there was a display of that at Arts Plus Gallery in West Reading. Well, a close friend of ours is a friend of the artist, and at Christmas presented us with the St. Lawrence one that was,
Oh, how
that was
nice.
made.
So that's the one she actually made.
This is the one, she
No.
made one for each, it's a little, and it depicts what she picked when she rode around the borough is our free library on Borough Hall. And that is the free library.
Yeah.
On Borough Hall that she depicted. So I thought I'd come and share it with you all.
So those were for sale at this gallery?
She only made one. This is
Oh, to represent. Oh,
She made one for each and every municipality.
that is what she made.
This is what she made. This is
Oh, I
what
thought when
she
you said
made.
a quote was like a full-size bed.
No, no, it's just a little piece of
Gotcha.
quilt. It's a fabric. And in her note in the back, she points out the fact that a theme of fabric is very fitting for the borough of St. Lawrence since its history in fabric. So, this is, yeah, it's Martha.
Roadmaster, can we have that sort of like right underneath that emergency line or something? Would that be okay, like, in line, the level of the, blackboard?
I didn't present it to the borough. I was shot by Mary Ann. Very close. I just brought it to show you what it was and stuff.
Well, I don't see the relevance of showing us unless it was a gift. Well, I see the new truck I bought, but I'm not giving it to the borough anymore.
I would get shot if I did that. A very
Can we have
close
the-
friend came to us for a Christmas present.
Can we have the artist's name? Maybe we'll commission a, one like it.
Martha Wrestler.
Here.
Yeah, here's
your email and everything?
There's all
I
the.
promise you can have this back.
MarthaWrestler.com.
Is it Martha Wrestler?
Yeah, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, Sierra, Lima, Echo, Romeo.
I don't have gloves, but here.
Oh. There's sanitizers.
Yeah. Outstanding.
I watched my neighbors ago.
Another lost opportunity. Okay,
We can hang ours next to the.
we're gonna ask for a bigger
Like,
one.
we
I
can
know
hang
what
up
I'm
under-
gonna do.
next to the window from the library.
So, if there's no other incoming and outgoing business, I want to ask council to stay for an executive session. We're going to discuss salary. So we do not need solicitor, engineer, or borough employees. There may be a motion afterward concerning salary rates for employees, and we will come back to our general meeting. We'll bring back our secretary at that point in time if we do that.
Make a motion to go into executive session to discuss salaries.
Motion been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, motion passes.
Make sure you get Justin minutes.
Yeah.